Hey, this is Ärik, founder of Subtext Radio.
This is Subtext.
Please go ahead and click the like button and the subscribe button. It really helps us to reach new audiences and promote the artists that we work with. Hit like and hit subscribe.
Hello and welcome to the Weirding module number 5, a show that focuses on speech in contemporary art and experimental music. Tonight, we have a journey into the uncanny, but let's begin with some hypnosis tracks, beginning with the opening sequence to Lars von Trier's film Europa, with the voice of Max von Sydow.
You will now listen to my voice. My voice will help you and guide you still deeper into Europa. Every time you hear my voice, with every word and every number, you will enter a still deeper layer, open, relaxed, and receptive. I shall now count from 1 to 10. On the count of 10, you will be in Europa. I say 1. And as you focus your attention entirely on my voice, you will slowly begin to relax. 2. Your hands and your fingers are getting warmer and heavier. 3. The warmth is spreading through your arms, to your shoulders and your neck. 4. Your feet and your legs get heavier. 5. The warmth is spreading to the whole of your body. On 6, I want you to go deeper. I say 6. And the whole of your relaxed body is slowly beginning to sink. 7. You go deeper and deeper and deeper. 8. On every breath you take, you go deeper. 9. You are floating. On the mental count of 10, you will be in Europa. Be there at 10. I say 10.
Okay, let's begin. Just close your eyes and completely relax your face. Let your face be drained of any trace of expression. You're in a kind of hypnotic sleep. Very deep, breathing quietly, very gently. This section is called Good Morning. Good morning. It's a staring contest. When you hear the bell, good morning. Ready, set. You're staring right into the camera. It's a staring contest. No other expression. Keep the rest of your face neutral. And next, when you hear this following bell, I'd like you to erupt into your most charming and vivacious smile. But you're just staring for now, and then you hear the bell, and you're gonna burst into this charming, compelling, and you're gonna burst into a seductive smile. Ready, set? Smiling, smiling, good morning. But then suddenly realize that the air in the room has this kind of putrescent, disgusting quality to it. And you start to feel a little bit queasy. The smile begins to fade. And the air is being sucked out of the room just as the expression is being sucked out of your face. And your eyes are dulling. You're getting heavy. The face is draining of expression. And your eyes are starting to close. You can't keep them open anymore. And so they close down again. And your face relaxes again. And you go back down into that immobile, passive, blank, immobile, passive, blank, immobile, passive, blank. Catastrophe. It's called catastrophe. And this time, when you hear the bell, it's as if you're enveloped in a deep fog. A very deep fog. So when you open your eyes, you can't really see anything. Your expression is bewildered, perplexed. Ready, set. The fog is very thick. The fog is very thick. You can't see anything to the left. You can't see anything to the right. You can't see anything in front of you. But with the next bell, I want you to take a very deep breath. A very deep breath. A very deep breath that clears the air. Ready to take the breath? 2, 3. And the air is cleared. The fog. You can see directly in front. And with me, with my cue, I want you to blink your eyes. SOS. ... dash, ... ... Blink your eyes. Ready, set. ... dash, ... ... And then oh. And then oh. And then oh. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? The fog is moving in, and it's all foggy. It's all foggy again. Maybe you've been given a very large dose of tranquilizers. You look to the left, and there's nothing over there. You look to the right, there's nothing over there. You look straight ahead. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. You can't see anything. And so, this section is called Courage. And this time, when the bell rings, you'll open your eyes, and at the same time, the bell is going to release a very large wasp into the room, and I want you to follow that wasp. Ready, set, follow that wasp. There we go. Follow the wasp. Very nonchalant. You're not too worried about it. It's, wasp. Oh. Oh. Oh. It's landed on your nose. And you're looking at it at the end of your nose. You're looking at it with contempt. You cannot believe this wasp has had the audacity to land on the tip of your nose. And in fact, with the next spell, you will take a quick inhale and then exhale a quick jet of air that will blow the wasp into oblivion. Oh, you've thrown it away. What bravery in the face of this threatening wasp. It's a really good feeling, but then you get tired of this, and your eyes start to get heavy again, and you return once again to that blank. Once again to that blank. Now the delivery system returns to a blank. Return once again to that blank. The delivery system returns to a blank. Return once again to that blank. The delivery system returns to a blank. Return once again to that blank. Delivery system returns to a blank.
Relaxing all the muscles as it goes. Moving on up the right leg now to the thigh and to the hip. Permeating every cell, every atom. And you're relaxing completely. Relaxing completely. The relaxing power is now coming into the fingers of both of your hands. Feel the fingers of both of your hands relaxing. Now your forearms are relaxing, and your upper arms are relaxing. Now feel the relaxing power moving into the base to spine, and moving slowly up the spine, and into the back of the neck and shoulder muscles. The back of your neck and shoulder muscles are now becoming loose and limp, loose and limp. Just completely relaxed, and the relaxing power is now moving up the back of the neck and into the scalp, relaxing the scalp. Feel your scalp relaxing, and now raining down into the facial muscles, relaxing your facial muscles. Your jaw is relaxed, and your throat is relaxed. Your entire body is now relaxed all over. In every way, body and mind. And I now want you to imagine a golden light coming down from above and entering the top of your head. The light is now filling your body and beginning to manifest around your heart area. Now feel it. Imagine a pure white light emitting from your heart is completely surrounding your body in an aura of protective white light. See it, feel it, and it becomes reality. You are now totally protected by an aura of spiritual white light, and only the higher masters or your own guides will be able to influence you in any way during this hypnotic session. Your body is now relaxed all over in every way, and your mind is relaxed and filled with peace. In the background, you can hear the soothing beat of the metronome. The metronome is saying, sleep, sleep, sleep. I want you to say sleep in your mind with every hit of the metronome. Sleep, sleep, sleep. As you listen to the sound of my voice and the soothing beat of the metronome, you feel a very pleasant feeling of relaxation coming over your entire body. As this feeling of peace and relaxation increases, you will find yourself going deeper and deeper asleep. Each beat takes you deeper, deeper asleep. So relaxed, so at peace, deeper and deeper asleep. I am now going to count backwards from 7 to 1. As I count backwards, I want you to use your imagination to see yourself in a situation going down. See yourself in your mind going down. With each count, you will go deeper and deeper asleep. Feel yourself going deeper with each count. Number 7. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 6. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 5. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 4. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 3. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 2. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Down, down, down. Number 1. You are now quite deep, and you feel deep. In a moment, I'm going to take you even deeper. But first, I want you to think of the word peace. Use your imagination and create a scene in your mind that is totally peaceful to you. Let your body and spirit become part of that scene in your mind. And imagine the scene. Peace. Such a calm and relaxed feeling. Such a quietness of spirit. Right now, you are at peace with yourself, with the world, and with everyone in it. I want you to carry this feeling throughout the session and throughout the rest of this day. Alright, now you were very deep in this deep hypnotic sleep, but you were going to go even deeper. Much, much deeper.
As a way to put you in a good mood before you go to bed, I'd like to give you some affirmations. So just sit back and close your eyes. You are a good person. You are worth all the good things that happened in your life. You are intelligent. I like your haircut. You belong and are accepted. You matter to many people. You have strong hands, capable of woodworking. You have worth. You are a positive addition to this world. You smell nice. You order well at restaurants. Even if you think you can't swim, you probably can. You have excellent insights about popular movies. You have many talents. You are very good at guessing when a traffic light will turn green. Everyone at work has nice things to say about you. When a birthday happens at work, your coworkers sing at a lower volume just to hear your voice sing happy birthday. You are a creative and inquisitive person. At work, the night cleaning crew remarks how clean your desk is. You have a strong grasp of the political landscape. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome back. In that bracket we had Lars von Trier, the voice of Max von Sydow, in the opening scene to the film Europa. And then we went into a piece by the radio artist Gregory Whitehead called Delivery System Number 1. Delivery System Number 1 was the audio prompt for an installation that he did at a gallery called Location 1 in May of 2001, right after the 9/11 attacks. It was a silent installation where he asked 9 actors to follow the instructions in that piece, and it was exhibited without the sound. That was the sound that they were responding to. After that, we had a piece by Paul D. Marinas. We'll be playing a piece of his later on in the show, and that piece was called The Power of Suggestion. Lastly, we had Jeff Bridges Feeling Good from the Sleeping Tapes, and that was a strangely released record. It was released as a promotion for this web hosting service Squarespace as part of its 2015 Super Bowl advertising campaign. So next we have a very special record. It was released in 2015, but it was inspired by a strange pressing of a 78 RPM vinyl. I'll read to you from the liner notes. In 2006, the researcher Thomas Knoefel found a mysterious single pressing of a 78 RPM vinyl at the Society for Psychical Research archive in London. The grooves of the record were pressed in the opposite direction of what is usually the case, so that when you dropped a needle on it, it would move from the interior of the disc outwards towards the edge. No information was given on the sleeve except for the year 1948 and the phrase, "Dangerous, do not play." The recording contained the voice of a man whose vocalizations couldn't be recognized as belonging to any language known to man. He was thus assumed to be in a state of trance and to be speaking in tongues. To this day, we know nothing about the mother tongue of the speaker, nor anything about his particular faith. This record, the one I'm talking about, is called The Empire Never Ended. It's by Erik Bünger, and it's a transcription using musical notation of that recording. It's played along with the original piece. It's very difficult to play. The musicians are asked to play in unison, closely as possible. The piece operates at the intersection where complete control and complete lack of control coincide. So Bünger states that to perform the piece, a musician will have to summon all precision and all concentration. At the same time, he or she will have to put these very same abilities in the hands of a power beyond any human control, a power we know nothing about.
약간 윤택하니 바둑구지보다는 부사두구지 말로 구지라 그들로 너무 부야구지 우주를 나도 약하지 않아도 그냥 날
Stand with me right now. Just begin to lift your voice in worship, in pure worship in the love of Almighty God. Love Him and praise His name. Worship and praise the name of the Lord.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Praise God. Praise the Lord.
Kiro yono motida dashiatia mono kohonia. Oh, the healing grace.
Stonde hande hoki tai jeledeki tau. Jinga mahande zingde de leki shute de. Azundela ekitan de lehigno na hai. Jino do horeki si de bokos de lehikai. Yeret ho, lang de gitar hai. Jule boku jule koto. Azole hidinai.
Kishende de bihanda. Bokoshama handa kima sarada yendo shele mekianda yan. Ni tukon shondoro na masundara handa yama kure ma yando sobayanda. Ni kiando hondo ba hende shele yanda. Mi kiondo baba yesele artusho loriandai. Mi lianda hande kiri anara da sondara da basi. Ni ondo sondara na hinkile la hahi. Ni siande me kukiyama hande.
Let's listen to what the Holy Ghost is saying. If you have a message in tongues, let's listen to this message in tongues. The Bible says there is the gift of tongues and the gift of interpretation. So let's listen. Stand up, sister, and give it to us.
All if he mamo soul, if he amba sofi kima shandaliasi, ilaboko sandalia hasha maria amba sofati, and they say, ilaboho sofi mi shanda, yashama, they say, he kimoma suka maria hasariat and supposte danda.
Now, this is a message in other tongues. If you have the interpretation, would you stand? Let me recognize you, and then you can give the interpretation, all right? Give it out forcefully. Worship Him in other tongues. Worship Him in other tongues. Uramakashandre krialabakaria. Oh, randakariata bahanadavadaya. Restelo. Restelo. Restelo. Ingola Makase, Grasta, Indobohoshaya. Now let's praise Him like it was already ours. Come on. So I just have a message in tongues. Okay, take that back there to her, Tim, if you will. Listen to this message in tongues.
Hamesala mariodo gozidi di himala croce della masende mariondo. Vomini sindel malienda ma hasidiana, vasena ma volo, lisena ma halienda la sonamodo, losana marienda digishana mahai.
For you see, my children, you have walked in deep truth tonight. You have had unveiled to you the desire of my heart. I want you to sit still and bask in it and revel in it and let it soak into your spirit. Do not rush out of the house of God after hearing such sacred things. Do not be in such a hurry. My servant is right. I want you to sit. I want you to praise me. I don't want you to be in a hurry, for I have changed your life this night, saith the Lord. Lift your hands and worship Him.
Was Sie noch alles wissen wollen, dann laufen Sie selber Gefahr, denn Sie sind ja selber Gefangene vom Teufel und von Ihrem Gesetzbuch. Han tjurresten tjurresten tar, man tjandelresten tjurresten tar, han tan tin tin tin tin tin tin tin.
In that last bracket, we began with the original recording, which has become known as Unknown Banter Trance Speech, the recording that was discovered in the London Archive of Psychical Research. And then we went into Erik Bünger's intervention into that recording, The Empire Never Ended. Then we went into two more tracks that also feature on the collection that released the Unknown Banter Trance track. The collection is by Andreas Fischer and Thomas Knoefel, and it's called Okkulte Stimmen, Mediale Musik, in German. In English, it's Occult Voices, Medial Music, and it has a subtitle, Recordings of Unseen Intelligences. It's a collection that deals with mediums, possession, trance, that sort of thing. And it's divided into sections including trance speech and direct voice, precognition, xenoglossy, and glossolalia. We heard two tracks, one from the glossolalia section, actually both from the glossolalia section. One is called Pentecostal Church, USA, Oklahoma, 1980s, and it deals with speaking in tongues, and then sonorous artificial language, schizophrenia in brackets. That collection also contains recordings from Aleister Crowley speaking in the Enochian angelic language, and the medium Arthur Ford channeling the voice of Harry Houdini. Next up, we're going to go into a set of radio plays and contemporary radio plays that deal with the spooky and the uncanny. Part of this has a section from the strange novel The Chance de Maldoror, which begins with the text, "It is not right that everyone should read these pages which follow. Only a few will be able to savour this bitter fruit with impunity. Consequently, shrinking soul, turn on your heels and go back before penetrating further into such uncharted, perilous wastelands." Enjoy.
Prendeteli! Muoviti da questa parte. Vieni, vieni. Sono nella cascata semiviola, quella che moltiplica i sensi. 9 mesi dopo. Prova di nuovo. Adesso. Non funziona. Adesso. Dobbiamo spingerla ultra, usando l'iguana e la sua lingua onda per alimentare e aggiungere velocità, altrimenti non riuscirà mai ad oltrepassare le barriere del Pawana. Flyago! Flyago, l'iguana dalla lingua onda. Flyago apre il suo nascondiglio di pietre preziose e fa scivolare fuori la lingua fionda. Il vecchio guscio della Zoot viene caricato dentro, incastrato in uno dei vecchi gioielli. Al colpo di frusta di un guardiano ŁXİTER, Flyago carica la sua lingua a tensione onda 3000. La pietra scura inizia a vibrare e viene scagliata a colpire la Zoot, che in precedenza era stata spedita dai due occhi. Il terzo occhio di tartaruga schioda, trafora tutto ciò che si trova in fronte, oltrepassa un blob, fiumi di balsami, gel ultravioletti, uccide la terza pantera dalla chioma striata.
The dream.
Lasciando tracce di batik e sangue. Si avvicina agli strati calcarei di იერxǝɁr, dove le spiagge sono dei precipizi di cromo, bagnati da acque ioniche.
I'm being followed and pursued by something.
I could feel that there was somebody behind.
I was running and I was being chased.
I'm running down the street, into a house, through the house,
down the stairs,
out the back.
I was being chased faster and faster,
and I ran through. I was running.
My clothes were dragging me back.
I was running away.
I was running.
And I ran.
So I run along the corridor and I run up the stairs. I keep running up these stairs and round the corner. I sometimes run down the stairs into the corridor and I keep running and running and running.
My legs wouldn't go quick enough. I couldn't get my breath to call out.
I was running away. I was running very, very fast. Somehow I couldn't stop running.
I was running and I fell over the mountain.
There was a crocodile chasing me.
I was running.
There was a crocodile chasing me. I swam as fast as I could to get away from the crocodile, and the crocodile suddenly changed into a lion, and then that changed into a tiger.
The animals really, I suppose, don't mean to chase me, but because I'm frightened and I run, they follow me up.
So I run along the corridor and I run up the stairs.
And some great monstrous shape walks towards me in the corridor.
And I run up the stairs.
My legs wouldn't go quick enough.
And I keep running and running and running. Running and running and running.
Up a big slope. And my legs wouldn't go quick enough.
I was running and I was being chased.
There was somebody after me, chasing me, up a big slope, up a big slope.
And I keep running and running and running, running and running and running.
I couldn't get my breath to call out.
So I run along the corridor and I run up the stairs.
And some great monstrous shape walks towards me in the corridor.
I'm running down the street, into a house, through the house, out the back, over somebody. I never see anybody. I know there's somebody behind me, probably, but I never see them.
It's neither a man or a woman. It's just an enormous black shape. It's just a mass of something, matter, coming towards me. A great, big, monstrous-looking mass, not a shape. Just filling up the corridor. But it's neither a man or a woman, it's just an enormous black shape in the corridor, filling up the corridor.
It's a crocodile chasing me.
I was running away.
As I ran faster, I seemed to battle against it even more. My clothes were dragging me back. My clothes were dragging me back.
I was running very, very fast. Somehow I couldn't stop running. I was running away.
My legs wouldn't go quick enough.
And I run up the stairs. The stairs are wide and stone. They're nasty stairs, institutional stairs. I keep running up these stairs and round the corner. I can't go right to the top. I just hide round the second corner, hoping no one will see me. And then if I hear somebody, I sometimes run down the stairs into the corridor. And all the time there's terrible fear that I'm only in my white liberty bodice. Only in my liberty bodice.
I'm being followed and pursued by something. I'm never quite sure what it is. This feeling of running down a staircase. I can still see the staircase, a very wide staircase in an old house. Big carved banisters. They go down in short flights. At the end of each flight, there's a large stained glass window, and I run down the stairs faster and faster, and there's something which is following, gets nearer and nearer, and I don't know what it is. I have the feeling that it's something which is about to envelop me in some way. There's just this feeling of being followed and pursued. I'm running down a corridor. I'm being followed and pursued by something.
I could feel that there was somebody behind and I was being chased. And I ran for all I was worth till I got to the edge of the cliff. And just as I was getting to the edge of the cliff, I couldn't remember anymore.
I can see this corridor stretching into the distance. The perspective of it, just fading into absolute nothingness.
I couldn't remember anymore.
I was running very, very fast. Somehow I couldn't stop running. I came to the edge of a great big cliff.
And just as I was getting to the edge of the cliff,
I couldn't get my breath to call out. I went up, right up to the top, over the other side, and hung on to the cliff.
I could feel that there was somebody behind.
It was some form of beast, it was some form of great ape, and it was loping along, and it was making a noise, an uncanny noise, and my clothes were dragging me back as if I'd been in the water, and my clothes were heavy, and they're becoming heavier, and they're being held by the streams of wind. As I ran faster, I seemed to battle against it even more, and it seemed more difficult to stay on this edge. It was very dark all the way round, and it was a very sharp edge. I knew that if I watched and kept breathing properly, I could keep on the top of this ridge.
Then I sort of felt myself falling over the cliff.
I was falling.
Falling over the cliff. Falling over a cliff.
Létem, ha végleg lemerült, ki imád tücsöghegedűt? Lángot ki lehel teres ágra, ki feszül fel a szivárványra. Lágyhangtú mezővé a sziklacsípőket kiöleli sírol. Kibecész falban megerett hajakat, verőereket, s dúlt hiteknek kicsoda állít káromkodásból katedrálist. Létem, ha végleg lemerült, kirettenti a keselyét, s kiviszi át fogában tartva a szerelmet a túlsó partra. Dúlt hiteknek, Elle m'a rendu aimé que cet infâme garce. De petits hérissons qui me coincent. M'ont jeté au chien qui n'a pas refusé l'intérieur de mes testicules de puritain. L'anus a été intercepté par des crabes comme dit conjugales. Ils gardent l'entrée avec leurs pinces. De méduses ont franchi les profondeurs du monde marin pour se cramponner aux deux parties charnues qui forment le derrière humain. Car personne ne réalise qu'il a un derrière. Et pourtant il y pense de temps en temps. C'est alors que ma chair disparaît par ces monstres du royaume de la viscosité. Ils ne m'ont rien laissé, rien. Égaux par la couleur, la forme et la férocité. Ne parlez pas de ma colonne vertébrale, puisque c'est un glaive qui la remplace. Attention, mais votre demande est juste et vous tracasse. Vous désirez savoir, n'est-ce pas, pourquoi suis-je ainsi implanté? Je ne m'en rappelle pas très clairement. Cependant, je l'ai décidé. Oui. Il en fut ainsi. Car sachez que j'ai fait le vœu de vivre avec la maladie de l'immobilité. C'est cela que j'ai choisi. Jusqu'à ce que j'eusse, à ma dernière heure, réaliser mes nobles projets de vaincre le Créateur. Qui est le Créateur? Le savez-vous? Adieu. Adieu, toi qui ne fais que passer et qui crains la mort. Tu raconteras un jour à ton fils. À ton fils. Car j'en ai un. Que tu as vu le mal. Le mal. Au plus profond. Du mal. Moi. Mal d'aurore.
moons at your door. I have seen the moons at your door. We are two. We are only two little imps. Sometimes we are in the shapes of birds. Sometimes I fly. Sometimes I run on the wings.
You just heard from Francesco Cavalieri at the start of this bracket, a piece called Otra, la barrière del Paiwana. It was from his Ganso Cielo record, number 1. And then we heard the first of the interventions for radio, one of 4, by Delia Derbyshire and Barry Bermonge. The first of the interventions is The Dreams, and that track was the first of them, called Running. Then we heard a work called Image by Istvan Szigeti, Hungarian composer, based on the poem also called Image by Laszlo Noy, who is not the Laszlo Moholy Noy of Bauhaus fame. And from there, we went into the prog rock project of Jean-Pierre Massiera, better known for his Italo disco works. The band is called Un Horrific Child, and the album it's from is L'étrange Monsieur Winster. And the text in that track is from Le Chants de Maldoror by the Comte de Lautréamont, whose real name was Isidora Lucienne Ducasse, a horror novel that was inspirational to the Surrealists. And we ended out that bracket underneath this now with The Moon's at Your Door by Current 93. David Tibet of Current 93 has just released an anthology of macabre writing, also called The Moon's at Your Door, including the work of M.R. James, Robert Eichmann, and Arthur Machen, all of whom Mark Fisher has written about in his essays on the literary influences of The Fall and Mark E. Smith. Now we're going to go into two works that deal with a different kind of uncanny, the uncanny of self-representation in the age of the internet. Two works by Gaby Lasonsi.
Why do I mind so much? Why do I have this this zone that's so, I suppose, like specific to something I'm doing, but it seems like I don't think that it's necessarily bad that a person would want to have a space all their own. It's just it's strange when the actual composition of that space is solely and exclusively, if you get outside of the realm of a very narrow realm, exclusively populated by other people. So what does that mean? I mean, everything is, I suppose, but it's harder when you have something that's related to private desire, where like there's an understanding that when you're managing or thinking about things that are innately social, that you bring the type of insight and the type of understanding that you're going to be learning from other people, and you're going to be understanding other people to it, which is something that I can do, and I do. But it's, I don't know, it's like what happens when it's something that making something feels like it ought to be private for no valid reason, although I still feel that way. I think that it's like it's a fallacy that produces itself as a continuing force. It's like related to a misinterpretation of the thing and of how things work. But being alone in that home is almost like the thing that makes me want to keep going. Feeling alone is I guess almost like I think this is feeling alone, or feeling like I'm the master of the space that I'm occupying, that I'm working in, and knowing that no matter what in that space I can be right. I think more. It's hard to actually imagine an assumption for all the assumptions that I think people make, and all of the sort of stupid things that I think people do in audio and in recorded. It's weird because I think in some ways it could be said my thought process is maybe the most incorrect, if that's like specifically what I'm coming for with it, because it's not about I mean, I don't really know the reasons that other people do it, but I guess like the fact that I know it's wrong but I still continue to process things in that way is what makes it like specifically wrong. The things that other people do are truly intolerable to me, though, and so it's like although like there's a lot of like very asinine shit that I suppose like, or I that's not even necessarily true. I think that there's like function to it, and all of the function is like related to an outright desire for specificity that I've talked about before. Like it's just what makes it specifically unacceptable, I think, in my in my case is that I don't think that my understanding of these things is predicated on false assumptions, and I've done a lot of hard work to eliminate nostalgia and just kind of keep in place like pleasure of the event. The difference is that I know in my heart for me that it's wrong, but it's still something that I need to do. And so, I don't know, it's just a burden that's only relieved by the creation of forms that hasn't stopped being true. I do think that it can be said that the thing makes me a better person, but me being a better person doesn't help you, I don't think. And that's like in and of itself its own question, like why and what does that have to do with you? And if it has anything to do with you, what does it have to do with you, and how does that relate to me? You might be amazed to see the extent to which I am improving, but what that means and why that matters is its own little thing. I don't think, and again, like, it's interesting, it's kind of like the same thing, because if other people are just other people, then why would it matter if I'm getting better, and if I'm getting the manner in which I bother people already is, I think, unless they're very close to me, it will not change. I refuse to change anything in relation to people, because basically the only thing that would change is that I have less pain, but the fact that I felt some degree of pain, and I think that it's maybe even arguable that it wasn't that great.
She died about 2 years ago. I've been there for 9 years.
As I have so often, things should be better. If
I'm like part of the family.
It's a very bad place to become a better place, which instead is
I gotta learn how to be alone and not get bored.
You could be alone. You're alone.
I'm not good alone. I'm not good alone. But my friends keep telling me, yeah, but look, I'm talking to strangers.
It don't make a difference you talk to strangers. People are people.
Yeah.
I don't care who you talking to or whatever. People gonna be people. Just act like him. He live in his home. That's his home. He can do what he want to do. Pretty much, right? Right? He can do what he want to do. He don't want you there. You know what? You don't want you there. You want you there.
What I should do is start having dinners and invite people over for dinner.
You say he don't allow people in that house?
It depends who. Like my sister, my kids are good. He likes my girlfriend Barb. He has a problem with that. I know. She would never.
You used to be a drug addict too.
I was.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you always are, but I've been in recovery.
So what's the difference from mom being a drug addict and a drug addict? I was a drug addict.
He knows me, so he trusts me. I'm the only drug addict he does trust. No, he's not going to trust me.
What's that?
I think you say you could become a CNA and see witness. Yeah. What's good with that?
Prison, there's plenty of schools out. Like Ross has one. Great, look online.
Well, California nurses assistant.
What?
A nurse or a nurse's assistant?
A nurse is 3-4 years.
What you gonna be?
CNA, that's a nurse's assistant.
Oh, yeah, you a nice sister. My niece do that now. Oh, he's set in his ways. He's old, he's set in his ways. He moderation. He lived there all his life, that's his house. And he wanted to feel comfortable with who he blames in, who he trusts. And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
I live in a neighborhood like this. I'm gonna bring somebody in. He got to trust me so hard, I'm glad I'm there.
Yeah.
So man, if he telling you and you feel some type of way, you don't like what's going on there, you can leave.
But you know what? Honestly, putting it into perspective, that is the only problem is the dog. Other than that, he's great. He doesn't give me a hard time about anything.
That's his dog. That's his pet. You can't take that away from him before you even came there.
Somebody told, well, no, I was there when the dog came.
Okay, but whatever. That's his dog, and he loves that dog. And that's his house. So we can't put a fight up for somebody's house and his dog. He's saying, that's my dog. You can go on my dog stay.
That's right.
Pretty much. I don't know your situation, but the way you talk it.
I actually have it made.
You do got it there. You live in this house. You got a nice house, a nice area. You're not back in the drug area. You're not out there with the people messing with the drugs.
I didn't even have to take the bus to work.
That's good.
Yeah. I gotta, you know what? I gotta look at the positive side of things as opposed to the negative.
But you should know that.
I know. But I still do it.
You should know that.
I still look at the negative.
You can't look at that. You make it.
I used to be, they used to call me Negative Nelly. Yeah, I'm a work in progress. I'm trying to change.
You trying to change?
Trying to change.
One day we all want to change. You know what I mean? You gotta trust in God. I've been 20 years.
They have two works by Gabi Lasonsi. I've put them in here because I find them unsettling. There's a certain sense of voyeurism or self-surveillance, and the way she releases them as YouTube videos is also quite abstracted. They're strangely intimate and quite distant. I enjoy them quite a lot, but I don't really know what to make of them. But now we'll have another mix, which is mostly from the Lovely Music label out of New York, a label that kind of revolved around Robert Ashley. And we'll start with a track that's not on Lovely Music, though, a track by Ania Lockwood.
supervisor ever to be elected in San Francisco? Here he is. Hire him out!
I don't think I could have said it better. I want to read a quote that you all know or have heard before. In Germany, the Nazis came first for the Jews, and I said nothing, for I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for the communists, and I did not speak up, for I wasn't a communist. And then they came for the trade unionists, and I was silent. And then they came for the Catholics and the homosexuals, and still I did not speak. And then they came for me, and by that time, there was no one left to speak up for me. And that was by a very famous minister. It is probably the greatest indictment against the conspiracy of silence that has ever been given. Hitler did not succeed because of his fanatic supporters. He succeeded because people remained silent. People were intimidated into being silent. And John Briggs tried that too. The only thing is that conspiracy of silence has been destroyed. As everybody, as religious leader after religious leader, educator after educator, political leader after political leader, and finally yesterday the President of the United States all stood up and said no on 6. Thank you, Jimmy. And Jimmy broke down because there were gay sisters and brothers there with signs to remind her. And anybody who says demonstrations don't work, we will stay in San Francisco. We will not go back in our closets. We will work to make this city our city. And the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce, if they don't like it, our message to them is, love it or leave it. And now for my last message, I've met face-to-face that Republican senator from Fullerton 5 times. He has a shopping list. And the only way to take that shopping list and tear it up is to make sure in the next couple of days you don't just say right on and stay at these rallies. You are needed. It's vital that you help knock on doors. It's vital that you help get the vote out on Election Day. Not for your own sake. Because you are here today means you are comfortable. There's a 14-year-old child, a lesbian or a gay man in Fresno who is terrified. And the only hope that that child has is that on Election Day we win and win big. And only you and you and you can do it. And you've got to do it, not for yourself, but for that 14-year-old child. You've got to give that person hope. Thank you very much.
Stamp our still one and us she and us quite went lemons jet went yes one hot yes lot straight persuade straight interest,
with peace in his heart,
like,
with peace in his
or you, yet,
with peace in his heart, with peace in his heart, with peace in his heart,
interest, after.
And altered voices that were all mostly released on the Lovely Music record label. But the first one was an Ian Lockwood Soundstroke from the Just Another Asshole publication, issue 5 of which was an LP, came out in 1981. It was a no-wave publication edited by Barbara S., and that issue was co-edited by Glenn Branca. It's a publication that changed its form, sometimes as a zine, sometimes as a catalogue essays, or sometimes as books. After that, we heard Fast Feet, Slow Smoke by Ron Quivilla, from an album by Ron Quivilla and Nicholas Collins called Going Out with Slow Smoke. And then we heard Harvey Milk Portrait Part 1, The Action, by Blue Jean Tyranny, someone who played on lots of Robert Ashley's records. This was actually on this project from Lovely Music called Lovely Little Records, a 7-inch collection. And then we went into our second Paul D. Marinas track of the night called If God Were Alive, and He Is, You Could Contact Him by Telephone. And then we ended with the political cut-up, Animal Behavior, from 95 by Alvin Karan. That was actually released on Zadok. And that's all I have for you for this edition, but stay tuned for Weirding Module number 6, coming up on April 20th, broadcasting out of the ZKU studios in Berlin. Thanks a lot. Have a great night.